What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here, and today we have a build video for you guys if you guys are a Titan main or just play the Titan class, and it all revolves around point contact cannon brace. Now, before we get any comments about this exotic being horrible, being atrocious, being dog shit, I get it. This isn't an endgame build. This is honestly a build to just get a lot more fun out of playing the game of Destiny, because using Heart of Inmost Light can get very tiring if you're a Titan, and if you're like me who has signed a pact to never use Heart of Inmost Light ever again, you play around with different exotics to hopefully have some fun in the game, and point contact brace is honestly a pretty fun exotic. But before we continue, let's talk about the dark times. Yes, the dark times that Ben Kenobi has once talked about in Star Wars A New Hope. Where's the connection here? Don't know, but there it is. Thunderclap and point contact cannon brace was certainly meant to be a awesome synergetic setup that Bungie in some way has still missed the mark on. We still have an exotic called Insurmountable Skull Forts that definitely has greater synergy with Thunderclap than any other exotic, especially an exotic that was meant to be the Thunderclap exotic point cannon brace. The main perk has been buffed, and specifically it now reads as this Hammer of Gods perk for the point cannon brace. Defeating targets with your Thunderclap melee restores melee energy. Targets near you when you use Thunderclap suffer lightning strikes and become jolted. Being amplified increases the damage of those lightning strikes. So here on screen, boom, this is a POW. This is a big boom boom POW, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, in most activities, this is fun and you notice the buff a little bit more. So right off the bat, I'll say the changes Bungie has made is on the funner factor of things, of making point cannon brace somewhat usable, which is why I have made a build surrounding this exotic for some melee fun to be had. This revolves around your Risk Runner SMG, some mods, seasonal mods, and just making sure we don't play difficult content in Destiny, because if you play difficult content in Destiny, this is going to kind of hinder some things. So just keep that in mind. This is a fun build, not a meta build. For all you Heart of Inmost Light Titans out there, put the thing down. Please, just put it down. Use something else. So let's jump into the build and go over all the stuff you need to know with this exotic and how to utilize this kind of power slam punchy build. I don't know what I'm gonna name it, but we'll definitely have a name when this video drops. So let's get into the gist of everything with this build. Again, point contact cannon brace is what we're going for. We already read the benefits. It's got a fun factor. It looks pretty cool. It works a little bit better, but again, it's for fun factor. If you guys want an Insurmountable Skull Fort to just get instant melee regens, then go right ahead. That can be pretty gnarly with some of the stuff, but again, we're just going for point contact cannon brace. We're using Risk Runner here as well. Now, I also could use Centrifuge. I haven't masterworked this for some weird reason. Don't judge me. I think it's just a great gun. I don't know. I'm right there to like get the catalyst. It's just, I don't know, maybe I'm slacking using different stuff. Who knows? But if you guys want to use this, go right ahead. But Risk Runner is going to be the go-to right here for me. Don't mind the stasis wayframe and grenade and heavy grenade launcher. It's just kind of just what I was rocking. There's that. So let's jump into the subclass. We're rocking Touch of Thunder to create ionic traces periodically as it damages targets and increases damage over time. This specifically benefits our pulse grenade, which we are using. This is going to be really important when it comes to regenerating our class ability or class energy in this case, and specifically melee, but it will help you well-roundedly with other abilities. Make sure you have Thunderclap, because there's no point of having point cannon brace on if you're not going to use Thunderclap. Spark of Magnitude to help benefit our grenades more with extending the duration. Spark of Feedback to increase our melee damage. There is contradicting stuff about this aspect not working properly. I think it does most of the time, but I could be wrong. The plus 10 resilience is also great too, so put that on for that at least. Spark of Shock to have our arc grenades jolt targets, which is phenomenal, and then Spark of Discharge to create chances for our arc weapon final blows to create an ionic trace, which again is pretty important to restoring our melee, because for some reason this exotic doesn't do a great job of doing that. I don't know why. Now, when it comes to our seasonal artifact, Shock and Awe is pretty important, because arc final blows collectively, whether it's a powered melee, a simple melee, your weapon, your super stuff with your exotic, shocking and jolting people around, this this is pretty juicy. Lightning strike twice to just have great benefits with our grenade, because this increases our grenade recharge rate for a short time, and then obviously arc final blows extend the duration of this benefit, which is nice. Electrified armor, thunderous retort, and amped up to just enhance our arc and amplified abilities. Those are pretty good. Obviously authorized mods for arc and melee, so we can get the most out of our mods with our armor. So let's jump into our mods with our armor. So with our head, we are rocking 3 arc siphons because yeah, I don't know, just generate more orbs, get more charges, because we're using melee kickstart in this case to get our melee back faster. Momentum transfer and heavy-handed are also there as well. Time dilation to just help us a little bit with getting more orbs and increasing our armor charge capabilities. We got 2 arc surges because we want to increase our exotic primary damage, because it just, yeah, I don't know, just seems like the most logical thing to do, and it feels great. Elemental charge to potentially get our ionic traces to count as armor charge. Again, it's not guaranteed, but there is a chance that is pretty good. Charge up to just increase the amount of armor charges we have, which is nice. And then arc resistance and general just to, like, you know, have a little bit better survivability, because we're not 100% resilience. But overall, that's pretty much what we're rocking. This is pretty much the build to go into fun activities with. So let's jump back in and talk about this build a little bit more. I said it before, I'll say it again. This build is strictly for fun in PvE. Please do not take this into a Grandmaster and then comment saying this build is horrible, because yes, I know, it's a Grandmaster. Use something more meta, but not Heart of Inmost Light. Please leave that shit in your vault. Use something that, like, means something in PvE, because point contact cannon brace does not mean anything. It's fun, it looks cool, and that's kind of it. That's pretty much all it is. It's still disappointing that this exotic doesn't have the best synergy with Thunderclap. It does cool things, but even then, the capabilities of it enhancing your Thunderclap honestly isn't to the degree where it's a must-have. If you're just looking to change things up, have a little bit fun while doing some strikes or some potentially maybe Gambit. Maybe you don't care about Gambit, you want to have a little bit of fun, throw this on. It's pretty fun. Seasonal activities are still fun to do as well, except maybe not those deep dives because they're hard for no reason. But yeah, overall, guys, this is a fun build. Nothing more, nothing less. The point contact cannon brace is an intriguing exotic, which still thinks needs tons of more buffs to make it viable, but there's plenty of exotics in the game that need that treatment as well. So leave your thoughts down below on this build and on this exotic. What would you put on this build to spice things up, make things a little bit more your playstyle? If you want to, comment down below also your thoughts on the build. If you like it, don't like it, whatever you think, we can have a conversation about it. If you guys enjoyed this video and found this video informative, definitely drop this video a like, helps with the video a ton. And for more Destiny content like this, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I do drop more content. Hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.